Jesus, it'll kill you.
Did you see that? Spyglass almost got killed. My buddy is trying to take me
I thought he
out.
wore a helmet when he played sports.
Typically do. We're on the 12th at Spyglass, par 3, 145 yards. We'll see if we survive. Some 24 balls, so in honor of Jeff Gordon. Come on, Jeff, be the ball.
Be the ball.
Be the ball. Just a bit outside. We have water, which I seem to have a magnet for water, but we've got this. Getting closer.
Oh, yeah. It looks like a
Better, finally.
Right, actually. Break
I'm
it
an
out.
athlete. Did you see that?
Yeah. Good three.
That's a 5. We're car partners. That works.
In the world of professional sports, crossovers between different disciplines often create memorable moments. Recently, stock car racing icon Jimmie Johnson shared an unexpected interaction with golf superstar Rory McIlroy that quickly captured attention across social media. The Instagram reel posted by Never Settle Pod revealed a lighthearted exchange that showed a different side of these two highly accomplished athletes. This surprising encounter not only generated laughs, but also offered fans a glimpse into the personalities behind the championships. During a charity fundraiser, 7-time NASCAR Cup Series champion Jimmie Johnson found himself playing the front 9 holes alongside 4-time major winner Rory McIlroy. Johnson, admittedly feeling out of his element on the golf course, acknowledged being somewhat intimidated by McIlroy's presence and skill level. Johnson said this in the Instagram reel, "I felt out of place and intimidated, especially as I hadn't been golfing much then." The defining moment occurred on the 3rd hole when Johnson attempted a second tee shot, commonly referred to as a breakfast ball in casual golf circles. After watching Johnson's effort, McIlroy had a surprising reaction. Rather than offering technical advice, the golf star asked Johnson if he drank beer. When Johnson confirmed that he did, McIlroy responded with unexpected counsel. "Maybe you should have one." He then quickly added, "Maybe you should have 2.
So I had a chance to play in a fundraiser, and for the front 9, I was playing with Rory, and I'm pretty intimidated, and I'm not playing very well, which at this point in time, I wasn't playing much at all. And we're like on the 3rd hole. It's 9:45 in the morning now. He's kind enough and lets me hit a second ball, a breakfast ball on the 3rd hole. Thanks, buddy.
My man.
After I take my second tee shot, in a very polite way, he's like, "Jimmie, may I ask you a question?" I was like, "Yeah, what's that?" And he goes, "Do you drink beer?" I said, "I do. Why?" And he goes, "Well, maybe you should have one." And I looked at him, he goes, "Maybe you should have 2. It'll loosen you up and straighten you out." Like, you know, man, you're right.
Little swing lube never hurt anybody, buddy.
So true.
This simple, good-natured suggestion from one sports legend to another perfectly captured the camaraderie that can exist across different athletic disciplines. The moment, shared through social media, quickly resonated with fans of both sports. To appreciate the full context of this cross-sport interaction, it's worth examining Johnson's extraordinary career achievements. Jimmie Johnson stands as one of NASCAR's all-time greats, with accomplishments that place him alongside the sport's most legendary figures. Johnson won the NASCAR Cup Series championship 7 times, 5 consecutively from 2006 to 2010, with additional titles in 2013 and 2016. This remarkable feat ties him with Dale Earnhardt and Richard Petty for the most premier series championships in NASCAR history. Johnson remains the only driver ever to win 5 consecutive titles. Beyond his championships, Johnson's resume includes 83 career wins, tying him with Cale Yarborough for 6th all-time in NASCAR history. His major victories include the Daytona 500 of 2006 and 2013, the Southern 500 of 2004 and 2012, and 4 All-Star Race wins of 2003, 2006, 2012, and 2013. Johnson earned these accolades while driving the number 48 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, maintaining a single-team relationship throughout his entire full-time Cup Series career, a rarity in modern motorsports. At 47 years old, Johnson has transitioned to a part-time racing schedule while focusing on his role as co-owner of Legacy Motor Club. For the 2025 season, Johnson has limited his driving to just 2 races. He already competed in the Daytona 500, where he demonstrated his continued racing prowess by finishing 3rd after starting from the 40th position. Johnson's next scheduled race is the Coca-Cola 600, set for May 26th, continuing his connection to major NASCAR events even in semi-retirement. This selective approach to racing allows Johnson to balance his competitive drive with his growing responsibilities as a team owner while still maintaining a presence in the sport's premier events. The other half of this notable interaction, Rory McIlroy, brings his own impressive credentials to the exchange. McIlroy stands as one of golf's most accomplished active players and has maintained elite status in the sport for over a decade. With 4 major championship victories to his name, McIlroy has established himself among golf's modern greats. His achievements become even more impressive considering he joined Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods as one of only 3 players to secure 4 major titles by age 25. McIlroy's consistency at the highest level is evidenced by his more than 100 weeks as the world number 1st ranked golfer. This longevity at the top of the sport speaks to both his talent and dedication. The Northern Irishman's combination of power hitting, technical skill, and mental fortitude has made him one of golf's biggest stars and most recognizable figures, extending his influence beyond the boundaries of his sport. In a recent episode of the Business of Sport podcast, Johnson offered candid insights about how his approach to his racing career may have impacted his public perception. Despite his unprecedented success on the track, Johnson acknowledged that his professional demeanor sometimes worked against his popularity. Johnson said this during the podcast, "I took my job very seriously. I trained like an animal, had a very polished, straightforward approach." He further explained that fans and media occasionally labeled him as vanilla or robotic because of his respectful, measured approach and his tendency to avoid controversy, qualities that weren't always celebrated in a sport that sometimes thrives on personality clashes and dramatic moments. "Even when I had to bite my tongue and it was difficult, I always took the high road." Johnson maintained that he wasn't interested in deliberately creating drama or seeking media attention for its own sake, saying, "Some people said I was too nice or I was too good. I just kind of smiled and kept going." This perspective reveals how Johnson's professionalism, while contributing to his on-track success, may have created a perception gap with some fans who connected more readily with more outwardly emotional or controversial figures in the sport. Beyond his racing achievements, Johnson has established a significant legacy through his charitable endeavors. The Jimmie Johnson Foundation has made substantial contributions to education and communities across the country. The foundation recently held its 11th annual golf tournament at Quail Hollow Club in Charlotte, North Carolina. Johnson and his wife, Chandra, hosted 120 golfers and 250 dinner guests at the event, which raised over $753,000 to fund grants for K-12 public schools. Johnson said, "Chani and I are so proud that we could bring this awesome event to Charlotte. For the past 10 years, we have held the event on the West Coast. It was really nice to see a lot of our Charlotte friends on the course and at dinner supporting the foundation and ultimately K-12 public schools." Over its 11-year history, the annual charity event has generated more than $7 million for the Champions Grant Program. These grants, ranging from $20,000 to $75,000, support K-12 public schools in the Johnsons' hometowns in California and Oklahoma, as well as in North Carolina. Johnson specifically acknowledged the Mitchell Family Foundation for their continued support. The Mitchell Family Foundation has been a generous supporter of the JJF for several years, and we continue to be grateful for their friendship. This philanthropic work adds another dimension to Johnson's legacy beyond his racing accomplishments, demonstrating his commitment to giving back to communities and improving educational opportunities. While Johnson's golf course interaction with McIlroy provides a lighthearted glimpse into his life, the NASCAR champion is currently facing more serious challenges in his role as co-owner of Legacy Motor Club. LMC is engaged in a legal dispute with Rick Ware Racing over a charter sale. The lawsuit centers on disagreements about when a charter, essentially a franchise license that guarantees entry into NASCAR Cup Series races and provides revenue sharing, would transfer between the teams. LMC claims that RWR is attempting to back out of selling one of their 2 charters. According to LMC, the agreement was for the 2026 season, while RWR maintains they believe the deal was for the 2027 season. On April 9, 2025, LMC obtained a temporary restraining order preventing RWR from selling or leasing the charter for 10 days or until the parties reach an agreement. The stakes in this dispute are substantial. According to reporting on the April 8th episode of the Dale Jr. Download, Jordan Bianchi of The Athletic revealed that LMC paid a record-breaking $45 million for this charter, significantly higher than 2024 sales in the mid-$20 million range and exceeding the previous record of $40 million set by Spire Motorsports. RWR responded to the lawsuit on April 2nd, claiming that it distorts the actual facts and is a misguided attempt to tarnish our reputation. This legal battle highlights the complex business aspects of modern NASCAR, where charters have become increasingly valuable assets. Both teams currently own 2 charters each, with LMC using theirs for John Hunter Nemechek in the number 42 and Eric Jones in the number 43, while RWR fields the number 51 for Cody Ware and leases its second charter to RFK Racing. Johnson's evolution from driver to team owner represents a significant career transition. As of January 2025, Johnson has taken on majority ownership of Legacy Motor Club, backed by Knighthead Capital, and has been actively working to rebuild the organization.
Oh, I meant to tell you, I saw you in my rearview camera yesterday, and I picked it up like right before we were starting to practice with your headset on. I was like, damn, Jimmie looks like a straight-up dad right now.
Oh no!
I didn't know how you would take it, but I'm like, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, so like dad of a team, or like I've got a dad bod and...
No, not dad bod.
Oh, fantastic.
Just like dad of a team.
Gotcha.
Dad
Okay, no, I'll take that. That's
watching over like all your little babies.
awesome. I like that. I'll
What are you
take
doing at the